The first megachurches began in America around the year 1980, but in Europe, preachers such as Charles Spurgeon had been preaching in auditoriums that sat 6,000 people years before that. The Harvard Institute for Religion Research defines a megachurch as a Protestant congregation that has an average weekly attendance of 2,000 or more members in its worship service. Bay Street Incorporated reported this year that there are about 295 churches in Greenville, South Carolina, representing 42 different denominations. Out of those 295 churches, there are 15 megachurches in Greenville, according to Greenville News Online. A growing phenomenon among American churches is the multi-site movement. An online article source called Pursuing Veritas said that generally multi-site churches are Christian gatherings where a single church organization holds services at 2 or more geographical locations. One multi-site church in the Greenville area is known as Grace Church. Grace Church has 10 locations spread out around the upstate of South Carolina. I was able to interview several people from Grace Church to hear about the impact that a multi-site church can have on reaching a larger community.
Hi, I'm Chris McGowan. I'm one of the pastors at Grace Church in Greenville, South Carolina, and I have a handful of roles here, but mostly working with our communications. So we have 10 campuses at Grace, and they really grew out over time out of mostly a need to have more space as one campus would fill up. So most of our campuses are simply an overflow of the growth over time, as opposed to a goal of going and planting a church in one spot and seeing what happens.
Hey, my name is Blake. I am on staff here at Grace Church, and I predominantly lead worship on the weekends at one of our campuses, so I'm at our downtown location. Some of the language we use is one church, multiple locations, which just means that we really are one church. We are together on a lot of things. And some real practical things is we have the same teaching each week, same budget, same leadership, the same vision, and then we're just worshiping wherever we find ourselves in the upstate.
Yeah, the size of our campuses really are dictated by the buildings themselves. We have never been much in favor of tearing down a building and building a bigger building. Generally, the Lord has provided in some way from a real estate perspective, and if our governing elders feel that that's a direction we need to be moving, we will launch campus. And so we've obviously done that a handful of times with 10 campuses. Most of them have started with a core group of people at an existing campus who lived in the area where it made the most sense to expand to. If you are living on mission and trying to impact your community around you for Christ, and then they're like, oh, this is great, where do you go to church? And you tell them, I go to church 30 minutes away from here, you're not going to be that effective in helping them find a church home. We would launch a campus with a group of people who lived in an area. It would help the existing campuses with their space, but then it would also create opportunity for them to invite others.
Grace Church is just one example of a multi-site church. There are many located all across America that create unity by having one church and multiple locations. My name is Lindsay Shalene, and that's all for now.